Vince here from Appomattox River Company, and once again, being a Wilderness Systems Pro shop here at Appomattox River Company, we got one of the early releases of the Radar 135. The Radar is one of the first kayaks to be built by one of the kayak manufacturing companies, specifically designed to incorporate paddling, pedaling, and a motor drive. The Radar will come in two sizes. This 135, which is 13 foot 6 inches. It'll also come in the Radar 115, which naturally will be about 11 and a half. This 135 Radar weighs about 95 pounds. It's got a 34-inch width and a carrying capacity of about 475. It's built with the same S.M.A.R.T hull technology as the Attack series. So you've got stability, maneuverability, acceleration, responsiveness, and tracking. What does that equate to? Basically, you've got the same pontoon shape style as the Ride and the Attack series. Gives you that stability and that volume that you need for stability. And then you also have that tri-hull tracking line down the middle so that you can track, stay straight, and move forward at a pretty efficient pace. The Radar 135 comes with the new plastic grip handles from Wildy. You also have your paddle bungee here for slipping your paddle. You have the Orbix hatches, which have quickly become favored for locking down and keeping a good watertight seal. You've noticed they've got a very low profile up here. Designed, to give you ample place to do additional rigging if you like, but also to allow the kayak to cut through the wind on big blustery days. You've got a cruise right underneath it. You also have, like I said, the ability to paddle, but you also have the ability to motor. So you got your flex pod here, and you can pull that flex pod out, and this is where you'd insert the Helix Motor Drive. You can slot that in. There's going to be a rudder system that will allow you to steer, and then you can motor to your heart's content, kind of get around as fast as you want. If you don't feel like motoring, this box is another spot you can do electronics. You can do like your fish finder, you can do your transducer underneath here. But what's going to happen is you'll also be able to take this console unit out and drop in the pedal drive, the Helix pedal drive. So then it converts the Radar into a pedal kayak. So what you got, once again, like I said, is the first kayak that's really been designed specifically to be pedaled, or motored. That's a pretty cool thing. You've got a nice square hatch here in the middle. Good ample storage area for access and dropping in whatever you want. They've also made it strong enough, because they want this to be a standing platform. This is strong enough for you to stand on as well, casting and such. You're lined with slide tracks so you can mount to your heart's content. We have the Promax Seat once again. Good adjustability for high and low. Naturally, the high position is going to be the better position for the pedal drive because it's going to align your hips with those pedals. Low, good for those windy days when you're paddling or motoring. Once again, they've added that little lever lock on the Attack seat, which helps in locking it down and maneuvering around. You've got ample storage back here as well, another place for like plano boxes and different, or maybe like an extra battery for your Helix motor. The tank well, large enough to handle crates, all your rod accessories, that sort of stuff, all your gear. And then you've got the back that's squared off just enough that you can do the power pole plate so that you can mount your power pole. You can also mount the rudder system. The rudder system is going to be controlled by a handle that's going to plug in here. There's also a spot on this side for it, so you can you can adapt it to whichever hand you prefer. But that will control the rudder in the back and allow you to sort of lock it. You guys have seen some of those videos from iCast. Within the design, we also have these nice little molded in pockets for stashing lures, stashing pliers, stashing gear like that. I think that the radar itself, this 135, is gonna retail for about $14.99. Like I said, you got the scupper box, which is where your pedal drive is gonna be. That pedal drive is not gonna be available until March of 2017. So what you can do is you can buy the Radar 135 now. The Radar 115, I believe, will be out in about a month for the pro shop dealers like ourselves. You can buy this model, save up a little bit of cash, and when that pedal drive hits in the spring, you're ready to roll. From all I've seen and all I know myself, I know this to be a very good paddling boat, and that was one of the design ideas they had in mind when they put it together. They wanted it to be able to paddle very well without any of the motor drive or the pedal drive. So just as a kick around bass fishing saltwater boat, it's a good kayak for that application. One of the neat things I thought, let's see if I can get it loosened up here, is if you loosen up the seat, you can trim it. Get that loosened up a little bit more. So you can trim it fore and aft, just like the other kayaks, the Attack. You can also pop it completely out and slide it back there. It opens up this deck for a good standing platform. If you're into fly fishing like I've been trying to get into, kind of opens this deck up a little bit more for stripping line, stuff like that. But I thought that was a pretty cool feature of the Attack, or of the Radar. Once you drop it back down, you can kind of line those back up and get it back into the groove and roll along. If you guys have any questions about the Radar series, you can give us a call at 1-800-442-4837. That's our toll-free 1-800 number. It rings here in Farmville, where all these boats are currently. We have all the Radar 135 kayaks here in Farmville. I believe we'll be getting some, like move 1 or 2 down to the Ashland store and the Hampton store this coming week. If you need just to see some specs and information, that should be hitting our website within this week, paddleva.com. Check there. We also update our Facebook page pretty well with new stuff coming out. So we'll keep you informed as we get closer with the pedal drive and that sort of stuff. And once again, if you have any questions, feel free to respond on the bottom of the video, comment below, ask anything you want. We'll try and get to them in a timely fashion. And here you go, the Wilderness Systems Radar 135. This has been a highly touted kayak. People have been pretty psyched since it hit the showroom floor at ICAST. And we, I believe, are probably one of the first shops to have them in store. So if you want to come check it out, stop on by, have a little chat. We love talking fishing. All right, y'all. paddleva.com. Check us out. Peace.